welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a great weekend. We are back on our 1958 Chevy Apache again. Wanted to kind of show you some of this and run you through what we're doing. So what you see Ron doing is he's stitch welding basically. Working on this back window repair, patch panels and repair that we're doing up here. It is a absolute bear. It's not fun. It's not sexy, but it is what we got. So we're getting it. You guys can see the light there, the little light. What he did is he put a little flashlight taped it to the welder so we could see better. Kind of cool. It works. So he's doing that. When he gets done with that and we get it all ground down, next steps will be treat the inside up there with pour 15 and then to make this patch panel here, get that welded in and go from there. So that's happening over here. Just kind of fun. As you guys saw yesterday, I worked on our doors for the Apache. Went ahead and got all the paint stripped off, jambs, top of the doors, left over low-hanging fruit that needed to be kind of ground off. Did the same to this door here. So, right there. So they're getting there. So the doors are pretty much, from a paint removal perspective, ready for primer. This door, we still got to weld up some holes and put the door bottom on, inner and outer, to match this door, the black part there. So that's happening. Now the big thing here is I'm trying to figure out the bed of this truck, okay? I have the original bed. You're looking at part of it right here, okay? But there are parts of it that are decent and there are parts of it that are very rough, right? So this is one of the rougher parts. We have holes, you can see. So the idea here right now, and scrape off this undercoating, this black undercoating, right? Get it down. I mean, it comes off easy. It's not a hard job. It's just, what it is. So, need to get all that off so that I can see what I have underneath, right? Because anything that had this undercoating was saved and preserved. So, gonna be doing that now. So this is the driver's, that's driver's side. So this will be ready for sandblasting, dipping, or a mixture of things to actually get it down to bare metal. But I think this one's savable. And that's important because, one, we want to save every piece for this truck that we can that's original. The old metal's better than new metal, it just is. But also, it's very expensive, right? Like, this is basically $500-600 just for this panel. So if you need two of them, that's $1,200, right? $1,000-1,200. I know for a fact I need at least a driver's rear fender. That's another $500, basically, $400 or $500. Because the rear fender on the driver's side that I have has this tire well in it where you would mount the spare tire on the side of the truck, and I don't want that. So we need to swap that one out for sure. But this one over here on the passenger side is a little rough and has the bottom basically rotted off of it. So do I want to repair that? They don't really sell patch panels from what I can tell for that. Hey, Warda. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, now we do know we need the back panel to the bed for sure, because this one was just gone. And I need a tailgate because it's sitting on Uncle Billy Bob's wall at his house or his garage, one of my subscribers. I traded him for the old chitty tailgate off of this. We basically did a tailgate swap. This is our 73 Volkswagen thing, and at the time, I needed a good deck lid, and he had one, so we traded. He sent me this one from Georgia, and I sent him the tailgate to the truck, and that worked out. So we need some parts. But the idea right now is to figure out what parts do we need, right? Because what's savable, what's not is kind of the idea. This is our 73 Volkswagen thing. She's hanging out. Now this car, I got to put a steering box in it. I put a new steering box in it and it was bad. Go figure. So shipped it back and they're shipping me a new one. So we'll have that up and running here shortly. This is Dad's 40 Ford. It had a bad transmission leak. Had the kickdown cable had a crack in it right where it goes into the transmission on the backside, where you'd have to remove it to see it. So we put a new kickdown cable in, and now this is running great. We got that dialed in this morning, all the linkage and everything. So no more transmission leaks, which is just critical. Let me show you guys something back here. Hang tight. I'll show you my stash of Chevy Apache parts. See the car trailer back there? So, this is what I mean by what's savable and what's not, right? This is kind of the idea here. So, in here, like I have a rear bumper that I think I could save. My front fenders are pretty much shot. They just are. I have the patch panel to repair this, but the problem is here. They're rotted out there and in there and then down in there. It's just rough. These are just some spare panels. That's a 40 Ford rear fender. That's garbage. Here's that other front fender. So I definitely need front fenders. You know, this is the grill that came off of it. The grill surround. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. Probably not. But this is that rear fender for the driver's side. That's that spare tire well that I was talking about. We want a fender that doesn't have that. So this I have to replace for sure. And the two front fenders. The bumper will probably be a core. I'm probably swap it out for a new set with like the Bumper Boys or something like that. But this fender, it's got a little carnage. We got a hole here, which isn't a big deal, but you can really see it here. Down there is pretty bad, right? So what I gotta do, hey Don, Germany, man, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I think you were in one of my other lives the other day. That is just awesome. Good to see you, man. So yeah, so I'm thinking I might just buy a fender. I mean, it's, you know, rough, to say the least. But yeah, it's kind of a weird deal. I have my core support here. My inner fenders are pretty much garbage too. So I need inner fenders for sure. But my core support's good. Go figure. So I got a core support and maybe two bedsides that are usable, and the potential of a rear fender if I really wanted to, you know, get crazy. So see what happens. And you know, a lot of this too, you got to figure time is money, right? We're building this for ourselves, but like I don't want to spend, you know, a month doing body work on something like that, and or weeks, days, whatever. If you can pick one up for a couple $100 kind of thing, right? So see where it goes. Hey Don.